Leo Rising, this is your monthly tarot reading for the month of March 2026, or whenever you see it. Got Blue Heron, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Okay, stand on your own. So before we get started, I'm going to just tell you I already did this entire reading. I got a different card there, first of all. And I've never tried to redo a reading before like this, like a recording. So, because like I record the whole thing and then it's just not there. Like I didn't hit the record button or like, I don't know what the fuck happened. Regardless, I don't know what that means for this reading. I'm going to be finding it out as I go, but I'm just going to read it like it's my first time. So hopefully this is relevant to you. All right. Who you are. Nine of Wands reversed, trying to let down your defenses, healing after an illness, and the Empress. Okay, this is like already starting to be like that last reading was like you like injured party, like trying to figure shit out, and now this is like your glow up. So like maybe in the last couple hours since I took a break, you've got your shit figured out and now this is more relevant to you. Like it's so stupid, but anyway, the Empress is someone who you are. Life comes to you more easily because you're able to enchant people with your wonderful personality and loving heart. And wherever you go, whatever you touch, things turn to gold. And it's just a good time to be you, honestly. So, what do you have, or what do you value? Ace of Wands reversed, Three of Swords reversed, Moon reversed. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of story about being like relationship shy because I don't want to deal with the heartbreak and things like that. Ace of Wands can be like a new lover, particularly if you're looking for a man and wand, like whatever. Okay, so that's that. And then you're valuing not having the heartbreak, not having to have to heal from that. You like clarity, you like certainty, you don't want to be afraid with the moon reversed. You also had the Queen of Wands reversed, which is like for you. And then we've got Seven of Cups, Five of Swords. So I think that this does go back to the original reading about having a little bit of issues around self-love and self-worth. So Queen of Wands reversed, that is your card, a Wands card, and it's just saying that you're not really valuing your self image or your beauty or your attractiveness right now. And that there's just so many options and so many things out there to look at that are also beautiful. And it's kind of putting you in this like negative mental headspace where you feel that you could be bullied if you put yourself out there. You could be ridiculed or criticized or ostracized. It's just kind of a little story of valuing. It's valuing the wrong things. I'm sure you would agree, but it's there. It's just like if I can't love myself and everyone else is so pretty, then how am I going to go out in the world and like it's not a value to me. It's more just like what you have in your energy right now. So it needs to change. Temperance reverse, King of Swords reverse. So there's an extreme belief system happening here of my way or the highway, very cold and judgmental and turned off. And it's not transformative. It's kind of stuck in its ways. So there's just a pattern of thinking there. Yeah, that's not open to new ideas. And I mean, the Ace of Wands reversed, not open to new ideas, right? So, all right. Well, what's motivating you right now? Seven of Wands reversed, Six of Cups. I think the concepts around giving and receiving and giving unconditional love to people no matter what have really fallen out of favor with you. Tower, recent drama and trauma, something going on, whether it was directly in your life or something that you witnessed, because there is kind of like this whole looking out in the world if you're on social media or looking at the news and different things like that, where I'm like checking the time to make sure. I'm like so unsure now. I'm like, okay, maybe that's relevant. But Seven of Wands reversed, just you're not you're no longer placing on a pedestal the desire to give and receive unconditional love, no matter where a person's at, no matter what they say to you, what they judge you for, what they talk about, what they believe in, and all of those things. You've kind of dethroned that concept out of your life. And then the Emperor comes up as like either an issue with authority or you just want to be the authority in your own life. And yeah, you've closed yourself off here for sure. Okay, so what do you need to have the courage to do in the month of March for Leo rising? The Fool, take a new risk. Live life lightly. Six of Coins, take a risk on sharing and giving to others. The Tower. See, the Tower. The Tower. The Tower. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. I mean, who's out here criticizing you for wanting to help others? Or I don't know. It's just like there's a fear around judgment if you help someone out. So what are the details that you might be missing? The Wheel of Fortune. Something about the time being right. Things are kind of made easy because they're coming together. Queen of Coins reversed. There's a dependent person. Maybe that I want to say is someone that needs your help. And things are just kind of aligned with this. Page of Wands reversed. You need to communicate with them. If there's someone around you that's like, you could help them out by giving to them with unconditional love, like you're not expecting anything in return. And the vulnerable and self-conscious part of you is like, don't do that. You know, they're just going to rip you off, blah, blah, blah. But like everything would kind of make sense. Like, okay, I have a spare room. I was kind of needing someone to come and stay because, you know, I could really use, like, they do have a job, but they can't afford their own place. So maybe it would be mutually beneficial. And if we moved in together, like, you know, it's along those lines, right? This is definitely a different reading than the first one. So if there's another person involved, what's going on with them in Leo Rising's life? Four of Swords. I want to say they might have like a disabling injury of some sort, whether mental or physical or emotional or something like that. Five of Coins reversed. They're trying to healing from an injury, and also needing to come in from out in the cold. Like they might already be in your circle of like friendship, family, what, you know, workplace or something like that. Like they're definitely inside. There's somebody you already know. It's somebody that you've already known for a while. And then King of Wands, teaching, leadership, Hierophant reversed. But it's non-traditional. It's a non-traditional arrangement. Maybe they were a teacher and they lost their job. Maybe they are, maybe they just have something to teach you. Or it could be like a parent that needs some place to stay. I don't know why I keep coming back with that. It could be something very, a lot different than that. It's not a permanent commitment by any means. It would just be like a temporary thing. So the secret that you don't know about, Chariot reverse, there's no way to move forward in something. Two of Swords, even though a decision has been made. No way to move forward. King of Coins. Because the financial backing isn't there. Whatever that means to you. Does that have to do with this person? Like, they told you, yeah, I'm definitely, like, gonna get this rent house or whatever, but it's just, like, they can't come up with the deposits or something. Page of Wands. You just need to communicate with this person. You're not communicating with them right now. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right, in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Okay, what are you aspiring to do this month? Ace of Cups reversed and the Lovers. Interesting. This could go one of two ways. Either you have a negative expectation out of what's going on in your life right now. You expect to be drained and depressed and emotionally just out of sorts by making a pact with a person, whether that's a romantic relationship or just like an agreement, right? It's the Lovers, an agreement. It's really what it is at its core. What was the other thing? Or you could be hoping that that is resolved, there's an emotional upwelling and new love that can happen through, but that's not it. You're really expecting that this agreement that you're working on to help somebody is going to drain you emotionally. I mean, be aware of that, it's expecting failure before it happens. The Wheel of Fortune comes up often when something's meant to be in our lives. The timing is right. Things are happening. What is this fly doing here? The King of Swords. And you got your negative. You just, I don't know. It's like you've been disappointed so many times you've gotten to an extreme place where it's very critical and cold and negative. And it's like, why should I expect anything better? It's just going to turn out to be a pile of shit. But yet everything in the universe is coinciding to like tell you to do this thing. The Hermit reversed and the Seven of Coins reversed. I mean, if you're not getting all the information, you're going to think it's not worth it. If you just reached out and communicated with somebody, you could get more information and then you would be able to determine if it's worth it or not, rather than just letting it be like in an unknown place because you don't want to reach out and talk to someone. So what's the end result by the end of March for Leo rising? If everything goes according to the plan of the spread. 10 of Wands. Okay. Knight of Cups reversed. And the Tower. No major change, though, with Death reversed at the base of the deck. 10 of Wands is being burdened. Knight of Cups is no new emotional offers, and like I usually see this as being very forthright and honest no matter who gets hurt. And then the Tower. Something that had a shocking conclusion. Let's just put it that way. A shocking conclusion. A conclusion related to what? Be clear. Okay. Page of Cups reversed. A negative emotional message. And something didn't change at all. This reads to me and reminds me of someone that I once helped get out of their house because they were in an abusive relationship. And I went through a lot trying to help them and do everything. And I do think there were people around me at the time that were like, yeah, right, it's not going to go anywhere. And sure enough, it didn't. She went back to him. But I mean, at least for me, and this is anecdotal, take it or leave it, but it did feel good to be able to step up and stand in for someone in their time of crisis. And it also was an opportunity for us to connect on a level where I'm sharing how proud I am of them walking away. And, just because they got weak and went back doesn't mean those words left them. They're no longer together. She moved on to have some babies with someone that treats her better. And, it took a longer time than a month, which is the purview of this reading. But, if it's something like that, it could be a disappointment that you weren't really able to transform the person's life that you're trying to help. Yet, I would just say not yet. You don't know what effect that you had on them and that they might have on you. With the King of Wands here, this is a share and share alike and words of wisdom and teaching. Something to teach each other, I think. Whether overt or subtle. So, in doing all of this, what is Leo rising contributing to their greater circle? Ace of Coins reversed. You're showing people what it's like to give. Even if people want to be petty and talk shit and not be supportive, you will feel that you are victorious. And I think there are some people that would see you as a greater leader. Six of Wands, very Leo card. You know, that you stepped up. Maybe they thought it was foolish. Maybe they thought you wouldn't get anything out of it. And it was all highly logical and highly critical and judgmental and stuff like that. You know, and like even going back to this, if you're still here, because if you heard me say this and you're like, that's not me, like you click off. But like, if you aren't really all that judgmental or critical, this could be talking about the extreme ways of people around you where they're judgmental, they're critical, they're, you know, looking at this person that's already in your friend circle or at your workplace and your family or wherever they are and being like, oh, they're a lost cause, don't even bother helping them. And then you're like, you know what? They might not be able to change right away, but I'm still going to step in their time of need because I feel that it's right. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. If that's not it, I don't know. Okay, finally. It always takes me a while to fucking dial into these readings after I take a break. Okay, but we got there. That's just like your person that you're helping, you know? It takes the time to dial into the energy, but you're sharing it with them. And the way that you're helping them, you're sharing them what liberty feels like, or what safety feels like, what support feels like, what kinship feels like, whatever it is. Giving unconditionally, that might be the first time anyone has ever done that for them. You're going to show them what that feels like, and it's going to be hard to accept and process, but eventually, when they have to go back because they were weak or they fucked up or they didn't know how to handle the situation right or whatever it is, and then they have a direct thing of like, okay, well, this was comfortable before, but now it's no longer because I know I could do better. I know what better feels like because Leo Rising showed me that. The Magician. Do what you want to fucking do. If you want to fucking put your neck out and put yourself at risk with the Fool, that's your life. That's your decision to make. All right, so what do you need to release for your best interest by the end of this month? Strength. It's patience. Waiting. Okay, 10 of Coins reversed. Waiting for a bigger system. Waiting for a larger group to step in and do something. Whatever group that you and this person are a part of, they ain't gonna do shit. They're not gonna do shit. They might be talking. You might be thinking, oh, they really should. That's the right thing to do. They're the ones in authority. They're the ones with all the connections. They're the ones that, you know, are the elders, or they're the parents of this child, or whatever it is. Like, they're not gonna fucking do it. I'm telling you that right now. So let go of that concept and you'll be good. You don't need to have all the plans figured out. Just your authenticity and the truth in your soul is enough. It's enough. So let's get a message, a cosmic oracle card for you. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. And I mean, like, nobody can form a sword against you that you can't fucking slap aside and fucking keep going. So like, even if this person did take advantage of you, you're going to be okay. Even if these people did say you were stupid as hell to help them, you're going to be okay. Like, yeah. All right. Anything else for them? For Leo rising? Be authentic. Anything else is just exhausting. You're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. Yay! You have a great opportunity to really make a big splash in your, you know, small space and place, which is where we make all of the change and good in the world, by the way, is in our small space and place and our connections, our family, our workplaces, the people that we meet and interact with on a day to day, the community, right? You have an opportunity to really show up and for people to really look at you as a like this is what good people do. And you stand a lot to gain from it too. A renewed sense of hope and faith in yourself that you're going to do what you're going to do, and your reward is in the giving. And that's what really is at the base of all of this, is recentering unconditional love in your life. So I hope that was helpful. If you like that, please like and subscribe. It really helps me getting momentum back to doing videos after I've been fucking off for an entire year with the crazy workplace that's about to come to an end at the end of this week. So we're all going through changes. I'm right here with you. Good luck to you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.